Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914 Westchester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We're in the motherfucking house, and we're doing another live video. Real quick, a shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my YouTube creators, my moderators, my subscribers. Shout out to my subscribers, especially for this new channel that I'm on. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for viewing the videos. Like and share the videos if you would like to. And well, this video, of course you can see the title of it. It says Close to You. Now that's one of my most favorite songs by Carol Carpenter. And a lot of you don't know who she is. I will tell you that she was an American singer. She died years ago. I believe she was suffering from bulimia and anorexia. I believe that's what happened to her. Uh, she she was wonderful. She was wonderful. She sang beautiful songs. But Close to You is one of my most favorite songs of all time from Carol Carpenter. Rest in peace, my baby. I remember as a child, growing up in New York, my adopted father, he would get drunk. And every time he would get drunk, he would sing that song. And I remember he used to change up the words to the song, and he had me changing up the words to the song. It's on my big channel, how I feel about that song, Close to You. And I absolutely adore it. And we see what's going on these YouTube streets. Now, everyone is aware of, certain things happening. But like I said before, I believe a lot of the beta males are doing a lot of trolling of different women on YouTube, especially those that are doing well on their channels. No one is perfect on this app. Nobody knows each other on this app unless you have met each other in person. That's the only way you actually know that person a little bit, not much. A shout out to the chat. Yeah, but I just wanted to come in here real quick, do this video. I'm not going to work today. I'm going to stay home. I have other things to do around this house, so you know, I have to take care of that. Yesterday was an interesting day. They had me outside all day working, uh, throwing away debris, picking up trash, throwing that away. And we was outside all day yesterday. So I'm a little tired. Even though I had a good night's sleep, I'm still tired. And it is what it is. A shout out to the chat. You know, I be watching these YouTube streets, and I don't need to wonder anything. I don't have any questions. I don't have any worries. I don't have any concerns. I just know what I know, and I see what I see, and I hear what I hear. And it's all good because this is YouTube. Remember? This is YouTube. But some parts of YouTube reminds me of certain parts of my life that have been long gone and passed away. I'm 51 years old, but sometimes when I'm on this app, I feel like I'm living another childhood. You know what I mean? Without the parents, of course, this time. without the parents, of course, this time. I grew up without my biological parents being in my life, and there's nothing I can do about that. I've met both of them. My biological father, he died in 2009. Before he died, he would visit with me often when I first moved back to New York and stayed in New York. And he knew where I was living, and he used to come over, you know, very often to visit with me, to tell me about the family history. And he seemed to be very proud of certain stories he told me and certain things he shared with me. And I learned a lot from him. I really did. I learned that not only was he generous, that I was very much like him, had the same temperament, the same insecurities, the same feelings about certain things. He too, when he got real drunk, he would start singing. I picked up a lot from him and my adoptive father, and that's one of the most favorite things I used to love to do when I would get drunk. I would sing. I didn't care if it sounded bad or not. I didn't give a fuck. Just as long as I could express myself, you know? And I am surrounded by young people on that job. A lot of them are homeless. They're struggling to find housing. And once I understand what the problem is, I usually tell them where to go. I mean, that's my job. If I have the information, I need to give you the information. I just hope you follow up. Yesterday I saw Baltimore. Oh, it was so good to see her. Oh my God. And we work for, the same company, and we work for the other company. That's how I met. Well, I met her years ago when I was homeless. And, she was talking to me, I was talking to her, and she just made me feel so much better about being there yesterday. You know what I mean? Because I love to talk and I love to laugh. I love to have a good time. You know what I mean? And she knows I'm crazy about her. She knows that. She's like, I'm gonna come over here and talk to Arabia. But she passes a lot of information on to me. You know what I mean? Even though we be sitting up there chopping it up, catching up, she always gives me a lot of information, about what's going on in these streets, who came back into town, who to look out for, stuff like that. So I enjoy her very much. I enjoy Baltimore very much. The young lady I was working with yesterday, oh, she was a ball. She was an absolute ball, and I enjoyed working with her. I mean, and like I said, I love to talk and I love to laugh. You know what I mean? Then I came home after I got off of work. I took care of my situation in the house, take shower, change clothes, cook for myself, you know. And then I turned on the YouTube, and one of my YouTube creators was on, and she looked like she was very into the video. You know what I mean? She was very emotional. The voice was up and down. Her facial expressions told it all. And I absolutely enjoy her. I enjoy looking at her videos very, very much. She's very entertaining. And I learn a lot from her. I do. I learn a lot from everyone. Didn't I say I'm living a second childhood without parents this time? Well, I might, be thinking a little too deep on certain levels, but certain people, you know, they're very good to me, you know? And when you're good to me, I'll be good to you. Remember that song, Just Be Good to Me? Yeah. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. And I'm only here to love and support my YouTube creators. Shout out to them. And I want to thank all my subscribers, my support team, my moderators. Shout out to them. It's gonna be a long week this week. Mm. I'm still waiting for my other job to come open. I don't know when they're gonna be open. I have no idea. Um, yeah, I have absolutely no idea when they're gonna be open. I'll text one of my managers today and find out exactly what kind of repairs they're doing on the store because we should be opening in a few more days. You know what I mean? Because if they're really working on the situation, we should be open by next week. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. You know what I mean? Because the big bosses, they had to pay a lot of money out of their pocket for certain things to happen. Yeah. So, you know, the only thing stable about life is taxes and death, and change is constant. Yes, it is. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, it is what it is. But every now and then I'll look at the news concerning my hometown in New York, which is Yonkers. Yonkers, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. Shout out to Yonkers, New York. And like I said, I am from Westchester County. I grew up in the fucking foster care system in New York, so all of Westchester County belongs to me. I remember when I first started doing my videos, I used to give a shout out to all the major cities in Westchester County. And I still believe in doing that. So I guess on the next go around, I'll be shout out to certain cities and suburban areas of Westchester County, New York. Yeah, I wish I could show y'all that big shelter I used to live in. They renovated the whole building. It don't even look the same. It don't look the same. It don't feel the same. Nothing is the same. Change is constant. And at that back door at the Women's Center, it stays very busy. It does do that. So I'm not gonna be here that long. I just wanted to come through and say good morning to everyone. A shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my YouTube creators, my subscribers. Thanks for everyone that supports this channel. I want to thank everyone personally that supports this channel and for being so raw and honest with themselves. And I truly appreciate it. I appreciate it from the bottom of my Cape Verdean heart. Some things will never go back like the way it was for me on this app. Certain people that I have love and affection for, a deep love, a deep affection for. And I got to watch myself because I know that I could slip back into my old ways. So I try to keep my distance. I try to be respectful, this time around. I don't want to beef with anyone. I don't want to argue with anyone. I don't want anyone to feel bad with dealing with Arabia Barbosa. I don't want you to feel bad about that. I want you to feel good. And I want you to feel loved. And I want you to feel respected. I want you to feel honored because I do honor you, each and every last one of you. And I appreciate you so much. I do miss certain people on this app. I do. I think about them every day. I think about them in the morning. I think about them in the afternoon. I think about them at nighttime because I don't see them on this app as much as I used to. I don't hear them on this app as much as I used to. Sometimes I have to revisit their old videos just to remember what they looked like, what they sounded like, what they thought about, what they believed, if they was a good cook, a bad cook, whether they was a drunk or not. People's personal problems, I'm not interested in. I have no concern with that. I'ma stay out of that. But I'm going to adore who I want to adore. And I just have to watch myself because I know how I like to imprint on people. You know what I mean? I like to attach myself. And that is unhealthy and that is toxic as hell. And I'm not gonna do it this time. I'm gonna stay a respectful distance. If I do anything for them, it'll be on a business note. You know what I mean? It won't be personal this time. Not on my part. I try not to take things too personally. I try. But it's kind of hard being 51 years old. And on the inside, there's a 9-year old child waiting to just have fun and explore. You know what I mean? Because in some ways, I felt like I never truly grew up. Yes, I went through certain adult experiences, but that doesn't stop me from feeling what I feel on the inside. And I don't feel like I'm 51. I don't. It's hard to explain. It really is. And I hope people are patient with me. This channel is growing. This channel is growing. And I enjoy my solitude very much when I do some of these videos because I don't want to deal with the trolls. You know what I mean? People that like to troll my page. They did it to the big channel. Oh, yes, they did. They did that to Arabia Barbosa 914, which is the county New York. They did it to that channel. They won't do it to this one. I'm all about self-protection and self-preservation. That's what I'm all about. But if I have a deep love and appreciation for someone, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it out loud. And if I have to say it with actions, I will say it with actions. But I also have to watch what I do and how I do it. and when I do it and who I do it for. A shout out to the chat. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa, 914, Westchester County, New York. We are in the house. We are in the bed. We are getting toasty. Once again, I'll probably sleep for a good portion of the morning and then get up and make me something to eat later. So it was nice doing this video. And we got some ghost watchers. A shout out to you. Good morning. Thank you for viewing the channel. And I'm closing out the video. I hope everyone has an awesome day today. Don't stress yourself out. Don't worry uh, about anything. Try to have a good time on your job. And those of you that don't have a job, just try to be the best you. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the fact that you are living a stable lifestyle. And a lot of people would give their right arm to live that way. You know what I mean? Uh, I remember a few years ago, they was running the lottery for a certain amount of money. And I remember my sister saying, "Baby, I gotta win that money. I gotta win that money." I said, "What you gonna do if you win all the millions?" She said she would change her address. That's what I would do. That would be the first thing I'd do. Like if I was to ever win that type of money, like let's say 10 million, the number one thing I would do is change my fucking address. And the rest would follow. So it is what it is. A shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Hope everyone has an awesome day. One, peace.